Hello, little dreamers. Welcome to Relaxation Stories, where gentle words and kind hearts bring sweet sleep. Tonight, we'll listen to 3 Vietnamese fairy tales, each with a soft lesson and a touch of magic. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, take a deep breath in, and a soft breath out. Now, let's step into the land of wonder. Tale 1, The Toad Who Sued the Sky. Long ago, so long that no one remembers the year, there came a terrible drought. The sky burned like fire, no clouds, no rain. Month after month, the ground cracked into dry, hard lines. Rivers, lakes, and marshes shrank to nothing. Fish curled up and dried in the mud. Birds were too thirsty to sing. In the forest, even the strongest animals lay on their sides, breathing weakly, staring at the empty sky. No one knew what to do. The tiger, the bear, the fox, they'd use their strength to scare the small, not to stand up to heaven. The bees had no honey left to store. The whole world lay tired and hopeless. Only one small, wrinkly, brave toad, with rough skin and a voice nobody noticed, rose with a big thought in his little heart. If no one dares to go, I will go. I will go to heaven and ask for rain. He took a long breath and began the journey. The road was far, but his steps were steady. Along the way, the toad found a crab in a dried pond. The crab sighed, "Why bother? Better to lie here and wait for the end." The toad answered firmly, "If we all wait, we all will perish. Come with me, we still have a chance." The crab, stubborn and proud, clicked his claws and grumbled, "I bend sideways if I want, that's my right. Fine, I'll go." So the toad had his first companion. They soon met a bear and a tiger, panting in the heat. "Such a tiny creature going to sue the sky?" the bear whispered. "I'm going to ask for rain for everyone," said the toad. "Will you come?" The bear growled softly. "Lying here means certain death. Going might bring life. Even the crab is brave. Why not us?" The tiger, hearing this, nodded. The group grew. Next, they met a tired bee swarm, wings shaking, hives empty, and a fox with singed fur and red eyes from the sun. Both joined eagerly. Soon, a procession of animals followed the toad like a small, hopeful parade. At last, they reached the heavenly gate, tall and dazzling, bright like hammered gold. The tiger, bear, fox, bees, and crab all trembled, but the toad kept calm. His eyes shone with courage. He spoke like a captain, giving each friend a place. "Crab, hide inside that water jar by the gate. Fox, stand to my left. Bear, lie low to my right. Tiger, wait behind me. Bees, hide above the gate. Listen for my signal, and we will succeed." When all were ready, the toad leapt onto the big drum in the celestial yard and beat it 3 times. Boom, 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 like thunder shaking the sky. The Jade Emperor woke in anger and sent a heavenly rooster to punish them. But as soon as the rooster rushed out, the fox leapt and snatched it by the neck, carrying it away. The toad struck the drum again. Boom! The emperor, angrier now, sent the heavenly dog. It charged, but the great bear swept it aside with one mighty paw. Down it went. The drum thundered a 3rd time. Boom! And the emperor called for the thunder god, Tien Loi, who marched out with a lightning hammer, sparks flashing across the sky. But the bees burst from hiding and stung his face and nose until he yelped and leapt toward the water jar to hide. Inside, the crab was waiting. With sharp claws, he pinched the thunder god's throat. There was a crash. The jar shattered and water splashed everywhere. Right then, the tiger roared and sprang. One heavy strike, and the thunder god fell. The Jade Emperor, finally afraid, called the toad inside. His voice was no longer thunder. It was careful and small. "Little one with the brave heart, what do you ask of me?" The toad bowed. 4 years have passed with no rain on earth. Trees are dying. Creatures are thirsty. Please, send rain to save the world. Fearing a revolt below, the emperor nodded. "Very well. I will send rain, and from now on, when you need rain, you need not come here. Just grind your teeth, and I will know." The toad and his friends returned to earth. As the toad stepped onto the ground, rain poured down on rooftops, on fields, running into streams and rivers. Grass rose green again. Birds and animals shouted for joy. They praised the brave purple toad. From then on, people said, "The toad is heaven's nephew. Whoever harms him will anger the sky." Tale 2, The Three Axes. Once, in a faraway mountain village, lived a poor woodcutter. He owned almost nothing, only an old iron axe with a worn blade and a chipped handle. It was his treasure, left by parents who had passed away when he was small. Each dawn, under a pale mist, he put on his patched jacket, slung the axe over his shoulder, and walked into the deep forest. Birds called in the distance. The wind whispered through the leaves. Day after day, it was the same soft, peaceful song. Beside the forest flowed a great river, deep blue and wild with current. Everyone knew if you slipped in, it was very hard to swim back. One quiet noon, the woodcutter chose a thick tree near the river. Chop, chop, chop. His axe beat a slow, steady rhythm, then crack. The handle split and the axe head flew, plop, into the rushing river. The current grabbed it and it was gone. He froze, then slumped onto the grass. He could swim, but the river was too fierce. His chest felt heavy like a dark cloud, and he began to cry, his tears mixing with the river's sighing song until he grew drowsy with sadness. Just then, an old man with white hair and a kind face stepped near. His steps were slow and light, like the wind. "My son, why are you crying?" he asked, in a voice as gentle as a grandmother's lullaby. The woodcutter wiped his tears and told the story. The old man nodded. "Don't be sad. I will help. Sit here. Close your eyes. Breathe slowly. Leave it to me." He slipped into the river. The water rose and fell, then quieted again. Soon he surfaced, holding a shining silver axe. "Is this yours?" he asked. The woodcutter shook his head. "No, sir. Mine is old, made of iron." Down the old man went again. He returned with a golden axe, bright as noon sunlight. "Is it this one?" The woodcutter's eyes dazzled, but he still said, "No, sir. Mine is only a rusty iron axe." The old man smiled, dove a third time, and at last returned with the plain iron axe, scratched, rusty, and familiar. "This is it," the woodcutter cried, relief washing over him. "Thank you, thank you." "You are honest and not greedy," the old man said, "so I will reward you. Take all three, iron, silver, and gold. They are my gift." The woodcutter stared, amazed and grateful, hugging the axes to his chest. In that very moment, the old man turned into a mist and drifted away. The river kept singing softly. The wind stroked the grass. Leaves whispered and birds called far away. A gentle lullaby that carried the woodcutter into the deepest, calmest peace. Soft lesson, honesty brings gifts the heart can hold. Greed may sparkle, but truth shines longer. Tale 3, Why Buffaloes Have a Throat Bump. In a quiet village of endless rice fields, days were golden and breezy, and nights were silver with moonlight. Crickets fiddled, frogs sang, The countryside hummed like a lullaby. A kind farmer kept a strong black buffalo for plowing. Back then, so the old stories say, animals could speak with people like friends. No one dared starve or beat a buffalo, for it could tell the owner. The farmer hired a young boy to take the buffalo to graze. At first, all went well. Each morning, the boy led the buffalo to sweet grass. Then he lay in the shade, whistling or weaving little grass chains. But slowly, the boy became careless. He loved playing games with his friends, marbles, sticks, anything fun, and he forgot his duty. Some days, the buffalo ate nothing, only staring at fresh grass far away and sighing, ooh, a sad, hollow sound. To avoid getting scolded, the boy invented a trick. He pressed an areca leaf sheath against the buffalo's belly and smeared mud over it. From a distance, the belly looked round and full, as if the buffalo had eaten well. So, every evening when they returned, the farmer saw the full belly and smiled, unsuspecting, while the buffalo, stomach empty and legs shaking, had to pretend he was fine. One hot day, the boy played and played. The buffalo went hungry from noon till dusk, panting in the burning air. That evening, the boy used his trick again. Areca sheath, mud, everything. Next morning, the farmer led the buffalo to plow, but the buffalo was too weak. "Move, lazy beast," the farmer snapped. The buffalo sighed and said slowly, "Not lazy, hungry." The farmer frowned. "Hungry? The boy feeds you every day. You come home with a round belly." The buffalo couldn't hold back. He told the truth in a little rhyme. "He rides me out to play, then rides me home to say I'm full of grass today. A sheath and mud, one pat and thud, and all my food's a lie." The farmer stared, understanding at last. That very noon, he peeled off the areca sheath, washed the buffalo's belly, and punished the boy. The boy cried on the field's edge, eyes full of tears, while the buffalo munched happily at last. Fresh grass, cool water, a clean bath in the river. Days passed. The whip marks faded, but the boy's anger didn't. An old man with white hair appeared and asked gently, "Why are you crying?" The boy sobbed, "Because the buffalo tattled and I got whipped." The old man nodded. "What do you wish? I can help." The boy blurted, "I want the buffalo to stop talking so he can't tell on me." The old man smiled, took out a stick of incense, and lit it. The smoke curled like pale morning mist. He held the incense under the buffalo's throat. The buffalo jerked and bellowed. His voice grew hoarse, then faded until he could make only one short, rough sound, moo. From that day on, buffaloes lost the human voice, and under each buffalo's throat, there's a little bump, a mark from that old magic. At night, when the moon washes the fields with silver, people still see buffaloes wandering, chewing slowly, and sometimes hear that soft, faraway moo, like an echo from a story told long ago. The sound is gentle and sad, and it rocks little eyes to sleep. Quiet lesson. Doing your job with care is kinder than hiding mistakes. Truth may be simple, but it keeps hearts safe. And so tonight we travel through 3 gentle tales. The brave toad who brought rain, the honest woodcutter who chose truth, and the wise old story of the buffalo and his bump. Now close your eyes, breathe in and out. Your body is relaxed, hands soft, feet warm. Your mind is calm like a still lake under stars. Far away, you might hear a river song, a leafy hush, or a buffalo's moo, guiding you to sweet dreams. Sleep well, dear child. Good night from Relaxation Stories.